What up, everyone? So I met up here with Corey. We're gonna go for a little ride. It's about 92 degrees today. It's pretty hot. He just got this bike here in front of us. Nice little Africa Twin. So we're gonna explore some of the areas around here. Alrighty, let's get her going. Definitely a really hot day, but this wind feels really nice. It's the beauty of riding road. It's like natural air conditioning. My gear is pretty ventilated, including my boots, so definitely enjoying it. So yeah, Corey just picked up the bike I think a week ago or so, not even. It's a 2018 Africa Twin. I don't know when the last time he's had a road bike. But he's pretty excited, and so we decided to take it out today. I need some excuses to take my bike out too. And given how hot it is, riding dirt is not really top of my list right now. We rode last weekend, and after 20 miles or so, I started feeling not good at all. I think I was starting to get either heat exhaustion or beginning of heat stroke, but I was shivering cold and I had a massive headache, and when I bent over I started blacking out. So that's pushing, you know, 20 miles, single track, pretty hard stuff in 90-degree weather. And yeah, not a fun time. So I think for now, when it's this hot, this might be the answer right here. So we're heading into Bankhead National Forest. There are a lot of roads running through it. I think we're going to stick to some of the main ones for now. We don't really know the area. And some of those roads turn to gravel. And Corey's bike can do gravel, mine cannot. So yeah, we don't want to necessarily run into those, but it's a beautiful forest, so I'd like to explore more of it. It's not that far, it's about 45 minutes from my house so far, so not too bad at all. So we're on Highway 33 going into Bankhead. This is one of the main roads going through Bankhead, and like I said, there are a number of smaller roads coming off of it all over the place. I just don't know them, but given that this is, like I said, within an hour of my house, no excuses, gotta start exploring it. I like that sign. Now, there is the danger, of course, of gravel in the corners here because, like I said, there are a lot of dirt roads coming off of these. So, neither Corey nor I want to end up in the hospital today. Not to mention tar snakes in the corner, apparently. Huh. That's weird. Trying to avoid them here. These tires seem to do okay on tar snakes. I was a little worried just now, but I didn't feel anything abnormal. So I'm running the Pirelli Diavolo Rosso 4. When I bought him, what, a month or two ago, there weren't that many reviews available, so I wasn't sure how they're going to do, but so far I like them. They haven't done anything weird. And again, I ride like a grandma, so. Alright, now we're in Bankhead. Sunday, so I was hoping the traffic wouldn't be as bad. I really wish Triumph would make bikes like this still. Like, I don't have anything really against the new Triumphs other than the new Speed Triple 1200R, which to me looks like an MV Agusta. But you know, the other bikes they make, I don't hate their look. Like the recent generation I like better than the previous one in terms of the headlights. Like the headlights between this generation and what's currently out, I didn't like at all. And I know headlights don't make a bike, but honestly in some ways they do. I just wish Triumph would have stuck to what worked. This was their iconic look, you know? You can innovate around it and still make it look good, and you just scrapped everything. And I don't know, in my mind, just because it's two lights doesn't mean it's these type of two lights, you know what I mean? Like, these are reminiscent of the 1980s sports bikes, right? I don't know if you guys remember the old sports bikes with the two round headlights in the front. Maybe I'm dating myself here a little bit, but those are the classic ones, you know. And you see them these days, and they still kind of have that wow factor, because if you're old enough to remember them, those are the bikes that you used to see on the street. Those are the bikes you had on posters, you know. Well, that and the Top Gun bike, but anyway, my point is, I feel like Triumph ruined some of the nostalgic feel of the bikes they used to sell. And the amount of Triumphs are, you know, really nice. I feel like I'll probably own one eventually. But yeah, there's something to be said for this one. So far, everywhere I've gone with this bike, people stop and look at it. And again, that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I stopped and looked at it. You know, in my mind, it's a beautiful bike. But I think it's universally admired because of its classic look. It's one of the first Street Fighters, right? So Bankhead is a national forest. When we ride Bankhead ATV Trail, that's actually in this area. Not quite here, but a little ways out here. But there's a lot of camping here. I don't think there's hunting, but don't quote me on that. And like I said, a lot of roads. Corey did the right thing by buying a dual sport, because she can kind of explore this whole area without too much worry. Like I said, I got to be careful not to hit gravel. But it still leaves a lot of pavement to check out. But you can see, like, that side road turns into gravel right away. The engine. Weirdos. This does remind me of Washington State a little bit. Roads like this are a lot easier to come by over there. But then you'd have a billion bicycles in your way. So I think this is still better. So this bike doesn't have a fuel gauge, and even though I got my trip meter here, I don't actually know what my distance is on a tank. So today is a bit of an experiment. Probably not the best place for an experiment, given that there is no gas station anywhere near here. At least not until the next town that we get into. But I'm at about 50 miles now on the tank, so I think I'm still safe. My guesstimate, honestly, is somewhere in the range of 150, hopefully. I think it's like a 4 or 5 gallon tank, something like that. I filled it up pretty decently this morning. So I'm kind of curious. I'm pretty sure my reserve light works. I did drain the tank at one point and I saw it come on. But I don't know how many miles I have on reserve either. So worst case, this car is going to be fetching me gas. But like I said, I hope this thing gets pretty decent mileage, especially since I'm kind of lugging it. I'm at 4,000 RPM right now. My red line is at 10. So yeah, I don't think 30 mpg's asking too much. I'm hoping it's more like 40 something. But I would like to see how far I can get, so I know. Really kind of blows my mind that they used to make bikes without fuel gauges. I know they still do actually, but it's not a complicated device to install in a tank, you know, and it's a couple wires. So I'm not sure why the decision to leave those out. Not my first bike without one. My Aprilia also didn't have a fuel gauge, and that thing was very fuel inefficient. I think I was getting about 100 miles to a tank, and the tank was like 4 point something gallons. It was bad. I want to burn through this tank of fuel because I added a bunch of AMSoil cleaning agent to the fuel to basically clean off the valves and clean out the fuel system in general. And so I have about 10 gallons of fuel with it in it, and about 7 of it has gone into the bike so far. There's nothing wrong with the bike originally, but when I looked at the valves from the top, the intake valves were definitely a little bit dirty. And I'm not a big fan of like what is it called? Seafoam, engine foam, whatever it's called. The AMSoil product is better, superior in many ways. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an AMSoil fanboy, although I am. But anyway, I'm trying to clean the engine out because, like I said, this is an older bike and doesn't have that many miles on it. So I know it's set around a lot. And I've had no issues with it so far. Fueling seems pretty smooth, and it does need a throttle body sync, but not really by much. Yeah, and I haven't had any real issues with the fuel delivery, but why not, right? Let's clean it out and keep it clean. I'm also running ethanol-free gas. Pretty lucky where I live. I live in the middle of nowhere, but right next to me there's a gas station that has both regular and premium ethanol-free. So literally within 5 minutes of my house, so I have no excuses not to use it. Yeah, it's more expensive, especially now, but you know, I don't ride this thing that much. So both this and my dirt bikes get the premium fuel, even though I don't think this needs premium, and I realize why that's a waste of money. You know, I'm fully aware of octane ratings and what they mean for engine detonation and whatnot, and flash points. But the premium fuels do have some other additives that the regular fuels do not. And so I think, you know, why not for some other applications like this? You want to see it or no? I don't know what it is.
It's a natural rock formation
Oh.
bridge. The only thing is, I don't know how far of a hike it is.
Right. I mean, it's your call.
No, I mean, I don't care.
I don't really have the boots for hiking.
That's kind of what I thought. Like, if we knew it wasn't 50 yards.
Yeah.
Thing, but,
Oh, we can always come back here.
yeah, I know. I just don't know how far it is, and I think it is just. I think it's more walking we probably want to do.
Gotcha. Okay. almost home now. That was a fun little ride. Looks like we did about 130 miles round trip. It's not too bad. Yeah, bike did really well. Still my first tank of gas, so that's cool. Enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.